It's finally time for me to get into the Historic Brawl content for Bloomburrow, and I couldn't think of a better way to do it than the Lizard deck, because I've actually fallen in love with this Rakdos Lizard Gev Scaled Scorch, and this thing can do so much damage, and they gave us so much Lizard support in the new set to go along with all of them retroverting the Viashinos into Lizards, so we have a lot of good Lizards on the Arena client and in real paper. So let's take a look at this now and see what we can do with the Lizards. This is my Scorch Fingertips deck led by Gev Scaled Scorch, which is a 1 in a black 3/2 Lizard Mercenary with Ward, pay 2 life. Other creatures you control enter with an additional +1/+1 counter for each opponent who lost life this turn, and whenever you cast a Lizard, it deals 1 damage to target opponent. So if you're able to spam multiple Lizards or to just do damage to each opponent, they're going to come in with counters equal to the amount of damage for each of the opponents in the pod that lost life this turn. So the other cool thing here is this works really well with the Outlaws mechanics from Outlaws of Thunder Junction, because most of the Lizards are in fact outlaw classes like Rogues and Mercenaries. So let's take a look at some of the other stuff there. Just your usual base, Rakdos shell, but we're also going to include a lot of Bloomburrow cards. The last 2 columns over here on this side, these cards that are lighting up over here, these are all Bloomburrow cards I've included into the deck. We have things that increase the amount of damage dealt and also makes our non-creature spells cheaper with Artist Talent. We have things like Scales of Shale, I got to say this right, that can actually give us an indestructible ability, and it gets cheaper for each Lizard. Consumed by Greed gives us removal. Patchwork Banner is the new mana rock that you pick a Lizard, they all get bigger and taps for mana. Coiling Rebirth helps us get back stuff, and we can make token copies of stuff if we do a gift off of it. Season of Loss helps us do some removal type stuff, draw cards, life loss, all that good stuff. Iridescent Vine Lasher with the landfall ability. We have Ravine Raider, which you can pump, and it's just a little 1/1 menace. It's pretty good. Hired Claw, you can ping somebody, but you have to actually make them lose life before you can do the pings. But whenever you attack with 1 or more Lizards, it deals 1 damage. So you can do that, swing, do the ping, and then pump it up. Valley Rot Caller, which is not a Lizard, but it is a card that actually cares about Lizards, because it can deal life loss to our opponents and gain you life for every Lizard that you control. This is not a Lizard, but this card has been so good in my red decks because you have so many non-creature spells between your mana rocks and your enchantments, your artifacts, like all this stuff counts to this, and you get 2 copies of this, and if you can just ping your opponent down, it really adds up over time. Flame Cache Gecko. This thing can actually give us mana. It's really easy to get the extra mana than to chain into another cast. An old school, this actually is not one, and that was a Pyromancer. Good Lizard, though. This is a new one, though. Fireglass Mentor, black-red, 2/1 Lizard Warlock. Beginning your second main phase, if an opponent lost life, you get to exile the top 2 cards. You choose one, and you can play the card until end of turn, so it's like pseudo-draw, but you get to pick between the cards. We have Byway Barter, so if our hand gets low, we just start expending mana to draw extra cards. We have Hearthborn Battler. I love this card because it doesn't matter if it's your opponent casting 2 spells or you cast 2 spells, you get the 2 damage trigger off of it. And that can actually turn into a 3 damage trigger using the Valley Flamecaller. This thing doesn't look like it's a whole lot, but I've been messing around with it with a couple different decks, and it's actually a 4/3 for 3 mana, which is pretty good in and of itself. But then it also gives all your other stuff an additional boost. Now, for the rest of the decks, based around the Valley Flamecaller, I've also included things to boost Gev's trigger, so he does more damage. So like with the Valley Flamecaller on the board, you're going to deal 2 damage off of Gev. Same thing applies when you have things like, my eyeballs are looking for the right card here in the piles. Mechanized Warfare. Red source, he's black and red, so then, +1 there. And then we also have damage doublers. We have Rankle and Torbran, which will add a +2 to the damage trigger if you do second main phase casting. There's a lot of different ways to kind of bolster the little pings of extra damage in the deck. So let's get into it so you can see what the deck can do, and we'll talk more about it after. Xanathar, Guild Kingpin. Okay. We got... This is actually a pretty good opening hand, because we can go Hired Claw on 1, Gev on 2. Let's do the Cliffs before I forget to play them. Been there and done that before, where I've forgotten to play the Cliffs before the 3rd land drop. Drop this. We'll go ahead and do Gev. And we'll go ahead and swing with this. But yeah, all these little lizard pings add up over time. It's really good. Now, if we get a different land, actually no, we have 2 red sources. Never mind. So we'll do this. We'll drop Mechanized Warfare. We'll make these guys all deal extra damage. So it's gonna be 2 from the claw and then 2 and 4. And I love that Lizard Blades is an equipment lizard. I don't know what you're going to take, but I assume the Lizard Blade, but we'll see. I actually just oh, they took the Archer. Probably a good idea. I actually just added Cut Down to the deck because I was having issues with small low to the ground aggro decks. So that's going to be 4 damage because of that one little card. Oh god, this feels so good. I love how this deck plays. It could just tear so fast with all that extra damage. Tatyova, Benthic, Druid. Let's see if we can get out of the clunker zone. We've had 3 straight clunker games after that first game where it was like just tear through them as quickly as possible. We've had 3 straight clunkers where I drew terrible compared to my opponent. That's just the bottom line. I drew like absolute garbage. All right, so we have Gev into Valley Flamecaller. That's pretty good. So the first ping isn't going to do as much, but then his swing will do a little bit more. And then every subsequent hit that we do is going to deal just a little bit more damage. Now, something to bear in mind, and I know it doesn't stack properly, but any kind of plus effect where it gives you an additional damage +1 or 2 or whatever doesn't stack real well with Sulfum, unfortunately. So we're just going to go for the broke. I don't need them gaining life, and I want to be able to just punch them as hard as I can. If I would have got a land, the temptation would have been the Coruscation Mage, because we have so much non-land in our hand, or non-creature in our hand, that we could just slowly ping them to death. All right, I see a Scoot. All right, I would like my Meathook Massacre for 1, please. Though I'll settle for a land at this point so I can dig. The nice part is, though, is the Valley Flamecaller does make the Coruscation Mages do more damage. So we're going to go ahead and get this thing online with a Offspring trigger. And not Gev because they can gang block. We'll just swing with the Flamecaller. Because they could decide to be cheeky and double block Gev. So next turn, we could, in theory, chain 2 non-creatures, because if we do Pirate's Pillage, discard Sulfum, and then we have access to the other stuff, we would just need to draw a land to drop a 3-drop like the Mithril Coat. Alright, so let's go Pirate's Pillage, discard Sulfum. Okay, we did get a land. Let's drop. This would kill Tatyova. Then we could swing wide. From my hand. I don't think I have anything in the graveyard, right? Or I could get Sulfum back, but that doesn't matter. Let's just do Consume by Greed, no gift. That's 4 more damage here. Kills Tatyova. And then they're dead because of the Valley Flamecaller making the Coruscation Mage pair deal 5 damage. So yeah, even if they would have blocked with the 2 bigger ones, the mages were affected by the +1 and they would have dealt enough damage for lethal. We got the infamous Cruelclaw once again. This is not awful. We can do Shadow Spear on 1, Gev on 2, Vine Lasher Offspring on 3. Or Fireglass Mentor into Blazing Rootwalla on 3. We just have to make sure we get that third land drop. I was about to say, what freaking art is that? I've never seen that art on a fetch land. Oh, shoot. Never mind. That changes things a little bit. No Shadow Spear on 1. We got to make sure that's untapped. That can go. So right now the plan is still going to be Gev on 2 because they're not, unless they're really trying to mess with me, they're gonna try to advance Cruelclaw as fast as they can. Pardon me. So unless they take one of the lizards, I mean, I guess leaving Shadow Spear in my hand was a good thing because that gave him something else to look at. So now they could play Cruelclaw, but oh, they're gonna go after Gev. Alrighty. We're gonna decline that. We'll let him sit in the yard. We'll leave that card. I'll take the shock just because I don't want them seeing what I had. We'll go ahead and offspring this on the board just like we were planning on doing with Gev on the board. So this gives us a pair of toys to play with. And then I could play Rootwalla and then Victimize to get Gev back, but I'd rather have, like, if they try to kill something. Okay, perfect. This works out great. So we'll play the Rootwalla and Victimize it to get those back. Because they just keep churning their hand. It's like they don't really have anything else going on. So, Rootwalla, Victimize. Give. They're back. Victimize is one of my favorite reanimation spells just because it's so underrated. It's 3 mana for 2 creatures, and you're usually sacrificing some chintzy cheapo token or something that's not of consequence, or it's already served its purpose. So there's Cruelclaw. They'll get him suited up. So they're going to get a free spell. Hopefully they don't hit anything big. I played against this a little while ago, and they hit like a freaking Breach the Multiverse. Okay, so Gev is probably dead. Again. So they took the exile option, so I didn't have another reanimation spell for them. All right, bring Gev back online. Not blocking, so go ahead and just hit them again. We're gonna have to try to kill them as quickly as possible before they launch some nuke off of that Cruelclaw. Another removal spell. What did they hit? Oh, an Arcane Signet and a Mind Stone. It could be worse. So it takes 2 and then 6. Dang it. It's not enough for me to, like, blast them with it. Guess go Fireglass Mentor and see what we get off the top. could just do Bitter Reunion 3. Let's see what we get. No lizards? Dang it. I just wanted to give the Fireglass Mentor haste. That's all. Dang it. That sucks. I was like hoping for like a 1-mana lizard of some sort to come off the top or just something. Just don't give them life gain or something to kill my Vine Lasher or my other lizard. That was a Mithril Coat. That was the other card. Okay. It's fine. Don't gain life. That's all I'm asking is no life gain. Sythis. Okay. Enchantress deck. I've not played against that with this deck, so I'm not sure how that's going to play out. We do have a Call the Ring in hand. I kind of like that. So let's keep that. Hired Claw on 1, Call on 2. I kind of dig it. Because then on 3 we can swing. Let's go ahead and swing, see if they block or not, because I can pump. You don't know how this works, right? Oops. Yeah, they oops too. Yeah, they didn't realize what that was. It's like, I don't think you understand how this works. I gotta have a creature on board to make Call the Ring good. That's the only downside to Call the Ring. So let's just go like this, hit him for 1, and then we'll proceed from there. All right, Sythis is back online. Let's do this. Could do Give and Call. That'll ping for 1. We're not gonna swing because there's no point. Okay, so they're going to put a Reprobation, loses all abilities, and is a 0/1. Okay. Well, there's that. Put it on that guy, because now I can swing through. Yep. Oh, that's good. Oh, that's double good. All right, so let's go Lizard. We're gonna feed the Swarm that Reprobation. And we're gonna play Valley Flamecaller. And I'm gonna swing and hit him for 1. Now I'm gonna swing Give into a 2/3 because they might actually block. Now I need lizards. Yenna, okay. Now what is the top thing? Exile a creature with the greatest power among stuff, huh? Alright, well, we'll keep the Ring Bearer over here. Take the action. Bedevil, you say. I don't want them doing that. Let's 2 instead. You know what? We're going to do this. We're going to drop Rankle and Torbran, and I'm going to swing with these. We'll keep the land. We'll discard the mask. Because the idea here is if they block with Yenna on the Valley Flamecaller, then they're not going to be able to use its ability. We're going to do this, and... let's do... I'm debating, do I do all of the above to mess with them? Nah. Let's just do it this way. Alright, play the land, end the turn, because they're going to destroy the Valley Flamecaller, because they... It's not going to hit my... I thought it was each player, but it's opponent. But that's fine. I kind of wish they would make Sythis a little bit bigger, then I could throw the Call the Ring onto Gev. Okay, they're going to seal away my Rankle and Torbran. To be expected. And they're going to take the Kessig out. Okay. And that's fine. Put it on... Oh, no, it's on the greatest creature, so they have to put it on there. It's not negotiable. All right, we have a Bedevil, though. I'm okay with this. Yes. Pyromancer. Okay, this is good. Okay. Let's do this. Let's Bedevil Sythis. We'll ditch the Writ, because I want the Lizard. Discard Sulph Springs. We don't need nothing that pings us. Play Fabled Passage. Let's go get a red source. Plus, Sythis gains them life, so if they have to sit there and play with that, then this'll just do some extra pinging for us. And it gives us another body to slam into them. And now, if they don't come up with more blockers, they can't swing either. They need one more. Otherwise, you can't swing or tap her. If I remember right, she's sorcery speed, right? Yep. Yeah, don't do it. That's a bad idea. You target that, you lose 2. No, that's still a bad idea. Hey, yep. Give me card. Give me Lizard. Whack. Next. I trample over, so it doesn't matter. Call the Ring gets them. I like it. Obeka. All right. Well, I've not had much luck with that deck myself in the past. Let's see if they have any better luck. This hand is awful. This hand is not much better. I'm going to keep it, but it's not much better. Especially in a deck that's got black and red in it. We'll go black on this side. We'll play Gev and cross our fingers that they don't kill him. for at least a couple turns. All right, so we have Bitter Triumph for Obeka. We could do Black Market Connections. Could do the Gecko and the Call. Let's do that. Okay, they didn't counter that. Actually, let's do Black Market because we have the mana. All right. So we have a pair of 3-power creatures. Black Market Connections is online. And like I said, we have Bitter Triumph for Obeka when necessary. Let's just go full hog on this first one. That's... I think I want to pick their brain. Yeah, that can go away. And we'll sit on that Bitter Triumph. We already got Black Market online. We don't need to have Call the Ring and Black Market Connections rolling because that could just get stupid. The rest of their stuff I'm not afraid of. I just want to have them figure out a way to cheat that Phyrexian portal out and make me regret my life. Zerial, which I don't care about. A Kaido Shizuki, which I also don't care about.
Powerful won't help. I'll do it myself. There's no secret I can't uncover.
It's fine. So we got 3, 6, 9, 12 damage on the board. We'll leave Kaido Shizuki alone. I'm not gonna blow it up. Oh, yeah, they gave up anyways. They were gonna go to 2. So Kozilek the Great Distortion. I don't have great memories of fighting against that deck, and this hand is terrible. Not happening. So we're gonna mull that hand. Well, it's marginally better because we can go Melis on 1, Gev on 2, and then double creature on 3, or creature ring, which might be the smarter play. Don't care about that right now because I have Deadly Dispute in hand and Call. Move my mud flat over here before I get stupid and drop another mountain. All right, Strup Gev. What was that hold up for? Oh, the Renegade. Now, the nice part about being colorless is they don't have a ton of removal. So I can kind of deedle a little bit, but once they ramp up to Kozilek, we're screwed. All right, so let's drop this. Let's just go with Call and probably... Let's do Changeling Outcast because it's not blockable. Even if they get some of their lesser creatures down, I can at least guarantee I'm punching a couple damage across the plate with the Changeling. Like some of these underserved creature types, the Changelings, especially Changeling Outcast, has been very nice to have access to, and I'm hoping that when they do, because we're supposed to be going back to Lorwyn here in the next year or so, I'm hoping we get a brand new set of Changelings to work with. Sure, we'll do that. Yep. Alright, what do we do with this? I guess we play 3 tree and named Lizard, because once we play a Lizard, we're going to have plenty of mana coming off of it. Let's go Automaton, let's go Ravine Raider. Or actually... We'll wait on that. I want to have options for Deadly Dispute and Mithril Coat. Because I don't know what they're going to do. Okay, so I have Ugin. Ugin can try to exile something and I can Deadly Dispute it.
And wise. Heed to my advice.
So that's, I'm glad I left that open. So go ahead and try to take out Gev, please. Oh, no. Okay.
Secrets manifest before you.
Resolve. We're gonna take the first hit and then we'll move on from there. One top, one bottom. I'll lose the life. And we'll do it again. Let's see. I think. Black. Use this. We'll sack the Universal Automaton. We'll get 2 more things, and I can probably just flash in the Mithril Coat. Yeah. Or no, I passed the phase. I'm a dingus. Okay. Yeah. More lizards. All right, good. Let's do red. Let's see. I gotta get that 2/2 out of my way, and I didn't draw anything for it. Let's go Hired Claw. Let's go face. So there's a plank and a card. We'll ditch another mountain. I have Mithril Coat for Gev if they block. So there's that. And we'll go ahead, because they're probably going to take out Gev this turn. I'm going to go ahead and just plank them again. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I got 9 damage on the board. I need any spell, really, to use the Byway Barter to clear my hand and draw. Okay, that's a problem. That's a huge problem.
The fabric of the multiverse obeys me.
Yeah. They're going to draw their card this time. We're not losing life, because there's a good way to get ourselves killed doing that. We're being a little slow. Let's see. They can't. You know what? We're gonna put it over here because that guarantees the Ravine Raider gets through. Okay. Well, it's a spell. Let's go Byway Barter. Let's activate this for red. There's a plank. There's my expend 4. Get rid of these lands. Okay. 2 red mana. Let's go Lizard Blades. Let's go Scorch Spitter off the treasure. Seven. If I do those. So they can't block that, and that's got Menace, so they can't block it. They're at 2. And I am screwed. I tried everything I could right there to squeeze as much juice out of that, and I just couldn't do it. Like, Gev can block 1 Worm Coil, and I can put something else in front of another one, but otherwise... yeah, we be boned. Now, I don't agree with that decision. I think I would have kept the copy and put the Kozilek back to post just so he was ready to roll out again. But, unless I was against like a...
Your past is unwritten.
Put Gev in front of one of these. Take the 6, go to 1. They go to 14. We have to let them have the thing. We cannot play, or we cannot draw off of the ring. Draw a card. Make sure I don't accidentally click lose a life. That would be a way to go. They have to discard down. They're above threshold now. So that's where the hang up is. Okay, Call the Ring. We're gonna put Call of the Ring on what? Probably the Hired Claw, just so the 2/2 can't block it. Oh, that could be... There's 2 in the yard. Can I kill them with this? Oh, this could be good. Sacrifice... I'm thinking. Sacrifice 1, 2... Oh, they get the stupid worm tokens, though. Hang on. So... go everything. I probably should have put the Lizard Blades on the Changeling Outcast. That's fine. That's another creature to fill the yard with for Season of Loss. They have to double block the Barterer, and they can't block the Claw. Okay. That's fine. Because the Claw, if they don't block the Claw, I'm pumping it with 2 mana. Okay, that's fine. They got it. All right, so go this route. What's this thing? Not paying 5 mana for that. Oh, I had Xaxes. Oh, never mind. I didn't even need the Season of Loss. Wow. I was thinking I was just going to have to blow the board up and kill them with the Season of Loss, but okay. Oh, what did you think of that last game? Holy crap, that was fun. I really like these incremental damage type decks. Years ago, I played World of Warcraft and I was an Affliction Warlock. I loved that slow, just grind them to death kind of thing. And that's kind of the feel I get for this deck, because you're slowly pinging them down. Now, it's not perfect. There was a lot of losses in there. I'm not going to show all of them because they were just non-games, because I just didn't draw anything good. And some of the lizards are kind of mediocre. I'm not going to mince words. They're not the best creatures in the world, but there's still plenty of good ones in here to play with. So this is a lot of fun. If you have the cards for it, go for it. It's a great time. With that said, if you think I'm missing something, let me know in the comments below. If you think that I should not have played something, let me know that as well. And as always, thank you for watching. Have a great day. I'll see you in the next video. And remember, my contest, well, giveaway, I should say, is going for my 1,000 subs and ends on August 20th. So please see that video if you want to enter. Have a good one.